Hi everyone, hope you're having a lovely Sunday. If you're watching us on a Sunday, that is, because I guess not all of you watch us as soon as the video comes out. I hope you're having a great day, whatever day of the week it is. We left you last week in the beautiful Tropea, which was so amazing to visit, to explore around there. Obviously it's a very, very touristic area. What's wrong, Holly? Hey, you know, you're not having food. Pretty much spent this week along the western coast of Italy. We haven't really moved much, and there's a reason behind that, but as well as that, just to calm down a bit and enjoy before we go shooting off to Greece. As I mentioned in last week's video, we want to try and enjoy it a bit here. One place that we're going to go for sure is on the other side of Italy, on the east. There's a region called Puglia, and it just looks so beautiful, very similar to Tropea. So I think it's going to be quite busy there. So in the meantime, this week we've tried to stay in relatively not so famous places. We spent 2 nights in this place called Briatico, which is a very quiet spot by the beach, hardly any people there, not very touristic, and it was just nice. We've had a lot of good weather this week as well, so it was beautiful just to relax there. Got some work done as well, but then outside it's just so nice. Maybe you can hear Holly whining. I've got some asparagus here because we're just about to do a barbecue. I'll show you where we are in a moment. And Holly's just whining. Sit. Okay, there you go. Be a good girl. So yeah, then we moved on here. I don't remember the name of the place. It's Griserio or something. It's very close to the city called Lamezia. So that's where we are at the moment. And the reason we're here is because, you know, I mentioned there's some stuff we need to get sorted on the motorhome. And we found a really cool guy, and he's going to get it done for us tomorrow. There's one thing which we really need to get sorted very quickly, so that's why we stayed in the area. It's only about 15 minutes away from here. We arrived here last night and we had an amazing sunset, and today looks pretty much the same, so we've decided to do a bit of a barbecue. So this is the setup.
Hey guys, how are you? We're back. This time we're by the sea. We're parked by the sea, and we got this splendid view. It's amazing. I really wanted to stay a little bit closer to the sea, but there isn't a place here, but it's okay.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. As Charlie mentioned, look, it's just like some sand dunes here, and then the beach is quite far away. This is an area where cars come to park up. But last night was actually very quiet. About 10 o'clock they stopped coming, and that's pretty rare in Italy because in most places people still come throughout the night in their cars. We bought 2 of these tagliata di coppo. They're not that expensive either.
Here we are. So one of them is marinated with barbecue and the other one is with rosemary. And you also have some vegetables as well. So looking forward for tonight. We're missing one thing though. We're missing the drinks.
So we've got premium lager and a normal lager. They're both Sicilian beer.
And I'm going to shut these because all of the smoke might go inside and we fill our van with the smell of barbecue, and we don't want that. And look what I found, guys. Look what I bought from Lidl. I bought these. They charge with a small solar panel, and it's really convenient because we don't have to charge them with electric. Yum yum. There are a few people walking by, and some of them are going to the beach just to watch the sunset. It's amazing because behind us we have the great mountain.
So I was just about to do a drone shot here, but apparently we're in the no-fly zone here because the airport is just so close. So the way it works, for those of you that don't use drones, when you're near an airport, depending on the flight paths, it wouldn't just not let you take off, and this is one of them. Normally if you're like a few kilometers away like this, it lets you, and you just can't go above a certain height, which makes sense. In a case like this, it just doesn't let you take off at all. So no drone shot for today, but you can imagine where we are. We're just on our own, parked up here, and just this long stretch of beach along the western Italian coast. And because this airport is not so busy, it doesn't even feel that it's close. Don't quote me on this, but I think we've only heard about 3 or 4 planes come down today, so it's not a busy airport at all.
The meat on the barbecue tastes so good, man. So different. Our lights are on. All the dishes are inside. What we have left is just the barbecue. We need to clean that. And now we're having cannoli. I made a cup of tea, and these are homemade cannoli by Charlene. Basically, I bought the form of the cannoli, the pastry, and I just bought some ricotta and pistachios, and I'm telling you, they are so tasty.
Come on, baby, what you waiting for? You and me could be so much more. There's something I've been dying to say. Honey, let's take a leap of faith.
Good morning, folks. So today, first thing on the cards is to go to the camper shop and go and get some things sorted. The main problem that we had is with the fridge. Again, some of you may remember we had this issue some time ago where we've got this strong smell of gas. We've got a CO2 alarm which wasn't really marking anything, and then about 2 days ago it actually went off. So there's definitely a problem there. Last time they cleaned the burner, and we're going to go to the shop and I have to do that again, or maybe just replace the thing. I don't think it's very expensive, so that should be quite easy. We've got a few other snags as well which we're going to take care of. I found this place on Google Maps. Looks like they're nice guys and they've got some good reviews as well. And this is our life really. Seeing that we're traveling about all the time, we don't really have a shop that we go to all the time. It's always somewhere different in a different country. So the fridge is sorted. We actually ended up changing the burner. I think it only cost about 30 or 35 euros, so pretty cheap. So it made sense just to change it. And it seems to be so much smoother now. We've also got the tap changed at the back because the one we had was broken. We kept fixing it and it kept coming off. So we've got a brand new one there. And now before we leave, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to fix the reversing camera because it hasn't been working since we've been back. And I've been having trouble reversing. You can't really see anything at the back. And Charlie has to keep getting out to see who's behind us. The screen is working fine, it's just the camera is showing blue. Another camera here, and we're going to try and replace it and see if that one works. Hopefully that'll be the case and we'll be good to go. A pretty nice spot here. This place is called Maru Camper. Hello, little ones. What are you doing there?
Can you believe it, what happened?
What's happening there?
Oh my god, they took my trolley.
Who took your trolley?
It's so funny, right? They took my trolley while I was shopping.
Who
because
took
I
your
put
trolley?
it aside and I was like choosing from the fridges, and then all of a sudden I went back to my trolley and boom, it's gone. And I
took
kept
it?
looking for it like for 2 minutes and I was like, oh my god. But I did leave it here. I did leave it at this spot. I was telling myself, and then all of a sudden,
And then you called me and you said, Chris, am I going crazy?
Yeah.
And I told you, what am I going to do from here?
and then I asked the guy and he said, okay, I know about this trolley. We put them back in place. Like, why didn't you ask me? There was no one in the...
Oh, the shop guy.
the sticker.
And how much stuff did you have though? A lot.
Yeah. I was almost ready.
I was going to say, you've been gone about an hour now.
This never happened, right?
I don't
What
know,
the hell
not to me.
happened?
It's never happened to me before.
And it's not even that busy. It was empty. So,
Oh my god.
you know how much the strawberries are here?
No idea.
1.29. Fragole are...
Most likely expired.
No.
We actually spent a bit longer than we wanted at the shop because the reversing camera wasn't working at all, so we had to install a whole new system. And to be honest, we're so happy with it because we've got the reversing camera now at the bottom, we've got sensors and a new screen up front, and this is much more safer, I think. We've even got a beeper at the back, so when you're approaching something, the sensor makes a noise as well, just like you'd have in a car. And now we've got it in our camper as well. Pretty happy with that, and everything else really is done. Yeah, we've got a new tap, fridge is working, no more gas leak, and we're good to go. Really recommend this place. It's called Maru Camper, and really nice guys. Michael and his son helped us out, and the dogs there are just so cute. We wanted to take them with us. Look at this, guys. This is where we parked up for tonight. We've escaped the sea and we've escaped all the motorhome works. We're happy that everything's working on the van, and we've come to this forest. We're truly in nature here. Right, look at this place. We're just heading down to check out this river here. The only downside, I would say, is that the autostrada, we can actually see it up here, and you can hear the cars in the distance, but it's far enough away that it doesn't bother you. There's a few other spots here down by the river, but we just parked up back there. To be honest, we're a bit tired after spending nearly a whole day at the shop. You might even be able to drive through this river, I think, because the road continues up there. Should we try it? No, it's too deep. Got a nice fire pit here. I don't think there's any large towns close by, but north of us is the town of Cosenza, it's called. Still quite a bit away, but just to give you an idea of where we are, we're still pretty much in the south of Italy. And it feels like we're just in the middle of the forest, and the nature here is just so untouched. We haven't seen anyone at all. The road coming in was a little bit sketchy, but not too bad. Definitely doable with a motorhome, or maybe even larger than ours. Like, we can't recommend it yet because we just got here, but so far it looks great.
This is what we really needed. A place where we can chill and relax and just enjoy nature. And this is the first place, I think, after visiting south of Europe, like Malta and Sicily, that we're seeing so much greenery here.
It feels like we're much further up north. You wouldn't believe this is the south of Italy.
There are plenty of small villages on top of the small hills. They look amazing. It truly feels like I'm in a dream right now. It's just us in nature, and there are so many birds. I'm gonna get my binoculars out and watch them. Just by listening to the sound of the birds, it makes me so calm. This is what we really needed. Oh, I'm so happy that we made it here. I don't know if we should share this location with you, but it feels magical. And sometimes, you know, when you share a location, then people start to go there and it gets famous. So yeah, we might keep this spot for ourselves.
This place looks like Cappadocia for ants, yeah. It's like these little caves that they've built. And I just feel so powerful knowing that I can just squash them all. Just like... Only kidding. Look at Tandy though. Have you ever seen a van looking that good?
If you look closely through the mosquito net and through the mosquitoes, you will see a wild Charlene with her binoculars. Or is that a camera? I don't know. But something is going on there by the river. This time of the year, the wild Charlene goes close to water to lay her nest and then returns back inland for dinner. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I remember their mating call. Let's see if it works. Cuckoo! Cuckoo! These bloody mosquitoes though, they're no joke. Feels like we're in Sweden here. Honestly, it does.
Another beautiful day in Italy. Woohoo! This morning I went out. I went this way, I went for a walk, and it was so amazing to listen to the birds. I downloaded this app and they tell me the name of the birds, so it's really convenient for me because now I get to know what they sound like and what type of bird I'm listening to. So this morning I woke up around 4:30 and I got up from bed at 5. I prepared this smoothie, I prepared a fresh salad for this afternoon, I cooked some broccoli and carrots for Holly, and I had a shower, I went for a walk. I was so busy this morning, and now I'm just, everything's ready, and yeah, I'm just enjoying my smoothie. really great. In here I have pomegranate, pineapples, strawberries and some spinach. So yeah, this app can tell me even what kind of birds are in this area or in any location where we're going. So it's really good. It's called Merlin Bird ID for those bird lovers. This place is really heaven on earth. There are so many things to admire. It's one of those places where you feel like you're in paradise. We are driving now on our way out and there are so many puddles and a lot of frogs were jumping, you know, so we had to slow down, let them pass and then continue.
It's really surprising how clean that park up was. It's most likely because no one ever goes there.
Wow, oh my god.
So we're currently driving through the mountains here in Italy, and I'm so impressed because we never thought this area of Italy was so beautiful. It's not really promoted either. You can tell there's no tourists here because everyone's just looking at us weirdly driving through with a motorhome. And there's no hotels, nothing. In fact, this village that we just passed through now, they only have 34 residents.
The views are extraordinary here. Fantastic views wherever we look. Google Maps wanted to pass us from a very tiny and narrow road. So tiny.
It's going uphill, that's the problem. The roads are surprisingly so good as well. Are we even in Italy anymore? At the moment we're just floating down this road for the last few minutes, hearing the birds singing. It's getting a bit steep now, but the rest of it was just slight decline and just gliding down. Even now, look.
It's like we have an electric car.
The last 24 hours have been amazing. Since we left the garage, we've just been lost in Italian nature that we never knew existed this far south.
Wow. Now it's a little bit colder, guys, so I put on my jacket. Look at this amazing house.
So we just passed by this huge lake and we decided to stop here for an hour. We just parked on the side of the road, having a little walk out here, making the most of the sun. It's so weird that there's this place here. Honestly, it's very similar to the Dolomites here, just with no people about. We never thought there was a place like this in the south of Italy. Sun, Holly. She has an amazing time here. We just sit on the bench just now and we didn't want to leave. I'm just doing some drone shots and we're going to go and find another parking for tonight.
Maybe much calmer than this one. Well, this is calm enough.
Can't get calmer than this.
This is the main road, guys, and there's no one here. Wow, look at this place. So we couldn't stay in that one because we had to pay around 10 euros if we wanted to stay the night.
No, more than that.
More?
Yeah, like
How
16
much?
euros or something. 2 euros an hour.
Oh, how much more? Oh.
Too expensive.
Too expensive, yeah. So we found this spot.
It's on the little peninsula here. Okay, so it's much nicer here. We're still not at the lake because the lake is just down there. But as you can see here, we've got this forested area. It's a bit dirty, but apart from that, pretty nice. This area here, look, we've got some benches, I think a cooking area over there, and just so many of these long trees. You normally don't see these in the south of Italy. Huge. And then weirdly over here there's like this little arena. Maybe Charlene will put a show on for us tonight. We can sit and watch her here.
So I'm making risotto with asparagus and mushrooms. And also we got fish in the oven. So dinner was delicious. Today Chris is knackered, huh? He has no energy at all. And I think it's because I woke up at 5 and I woke him up. Honey, do you want some carrots, broccoli, and marrows? another morning in nature. We've spent the last few days in forest and surrounded with nature. Only us and the breath of the trees, and it felt so grounding, and it's something that I really needed. I really didn't know that I needed this silence in my life, but yeah, I'm so glad that we came to camps like this, and yeah, we're just here enjoying the sound of the nature. Even the wind is creating this magnificent sound.
Now we may have underestimated the mountains a little bit because it is so cold up here, and sometimes we get really confused because we've had some really warm days and we forgot we were still in April, kind of take it for granted that we're in summer. And then last night it went down to about 6 degrees here, and we left one of the windows open, and in the morning the van was just freezing, so we had to switch on the heater a little bit. It's good because we can test it out at least, because come winter time we definitely need it. Now today is the 1st of May, so it's a public holiday. Feels like there's so many public holidays every week. Like in Malta we have like 2 in March, and then there was the Easter ones. There was another feast in Italy last week, and today's the 1st of May. And already a few families have started coming here, but it's nice to kind of change from that silence to kids laughing and playing.
We're both so lucky to live this life because we're in nature all the time, and that's why you have to be so grateful. Some people wish to be rich, to have everything in life, but sometimes they forget what they really have. So I think you have to be really grateful for the things and the family members that you have right now, because this moment in life, it's not forever. So that's my message for you guys. Enjoy what you have and make the best of what you have. It's hard to get out of bed sometimes, yes, but you always have a choice. You either stay in bed or do something, and we always try to choose the second one, and I hope it's the same for you. Why? Yay, that's good. We can fill up our van as well.
Finally come out of the woods into a little bit of sun. Feels so much better here. And in that area it's more of a picnic area, so all the families are arriving now to do their barbecues. So we're going to do a walk here. I don't know where it's going to take us. So instead of going down to the lake, we've ended up going uphill, because this is where the road leads us. And there's some kind of refuge up here.
And it smells so good.
As you saw there, it got really busy at that barbecue picnic area, so we've decided to leave and even make some room for some other families, because as we were leaving there were just cars coming after each other, one after the other. So we're going to carry on along the lake, through to the mountains, try and find a bit of a more quiet spot for today.
This place is unbelievable. We're so lucky that we got that place yesterday all to ourselves, and even this morning. We spotted a squirrel while we were walking as well. It was so tiny, so cute, jumping from one branch to another. That's the only wild animal that we saw here in this area. I mean, this place is huge.
On the visitors board yesterday it was saying there were pictures of wolves and wild boar as well in this national park. This is a huge national park called Silla. So this is it, guys. We made it to a much better spot here, and we've got the direct sunlight finally. So we've found an even better place here in the sun. Look at this landscape here. There's a few people here as well, but it's a much more larger area, so we've been able to park up out here and we've got this like little area to ourselves. Yes, please. Now this is the new and improved risotto
From yesterday.
from
by
yesterday.
the way.
What we got new?
We got spinach and butter added.
You got chicken as well, no? Or turkey?
Chicken, yeah, and turkey. I don't know what it was, but it smelled different than chicken. I think it's turkey.
I've got to say, it looks better already. It smells better. Now we just got to taste it. Oh yeah.
Wow, really good, right? What
my God.
happened?
Yesterday you went from a moderate to a pro.
Yummy, huh? And you must be wondering, why the hell are you cooking risotto every day? I'm not, but today I had the same ingredients and I wanted to get rid of the packet of risotto. So here we are eating risotto again. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
What a lovely spot. This one is so much better.
Yeah, so amazing.
We've got our own lawn and we're just going to enjoy this absolutely beautiful sunset. So I think we'll close the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, what did I have to do if they enjoyed?
Hit the like button and subscribe for more.
And we'll see you next week for another one here in Italy. Bye.
It's all you need.
It's all you need.
It's all you need.